Hi, I'm Jane Lynch, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, our weekly roundup of everything Broadway, or as we like to think of it, a break from watching Arrested Development. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Kathy?
Can anyone see Les Miserables too many times? We agree. So we're thrilled that the Tony-winning musical is coming back to Broadway next March, opening at the Imperial Theater where the original production ran for more than 12 years. We can't wait to get a look at what's billed as a newly imagined staging, although we'll miss that famous turntable. Dreamcasting? Let's think big. Scarlett Johansson as Fontaine and Patti LuPone and Mandy Patinkin as the Thénardiers.
It seems like it was just yesterday that we here at the Broadway.com office were saying, you know what Broadway doesn't have enough of? Shows about singing rabbis and women who kill their husbands. Well, ask and you shall receive. The musical Soul Doctor about the life and 1960s music career of Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach will begin performances at Circle in the Square Theater this July. And the drama Machinal about a woman driven to murder her husband will land at the American Airlines Theater in December. A little soul music for summer and some cold-blooded murder for Christmas sounds delightful.
Amy Morton and Tracy Letts make a great team, so why mess with a good thing? The longtime collaborators both earned 2013 Tony nods for playing the boozing and brawling George and Martha in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And this fall, they're joining the cast of Showtime's CIA drama Homeland together. Congratulations! Just don't go playing a game of Get the Guess with Claire Danes and Mandy Patinkin. Okay, guys?
Gas up the Volkswagen because a musical adaptation of the hit 2006 indie movie Little Miss Sunshine will speed off Broadway this October at Second Stage Theater. Featuring a score by Tony winner William Finn and book and direction by James Lapine, the show follows one quirky family's dysfunctional journey to the weirdest beauty pageant ever. Bust out your headbands, things are gonna get super freaky next season.
Lea Salonga can't decide between coaching and hooking. The awesome Miss Saigon icon stopped by Show People last week and said she'd love to be involved with the upcoming movie version of the Vietnam love story that launched her career. She stressed that the movie better have some big singers involved, and she'd love to help coach them, similar to her role on the upcoming The Voice of the Philippines. When I suggested she could also play a random whore in the movie, she agreed. Genius, sign her up.
I'm Jeremy Jordan, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Our tweet of the week comes from a Christmas Story songwriter, Benj Pasek, who is having one hell of a good time on the Tony Awards circuit and documenting every silly moment. Benj tweets, Judith Light pinched my butt this afternoon, and I had no question who the boss was. Ugh, the only thing I have ever wanted in life was to have Judith Light pinch my butt. Some boys have all the luck. Soak it in, Benj, soak it in. You can follow Benj at Benj Pasek.
It's time for Broadway Smackdown. Last week we asked you to guess which new show will win the Best Musical Prize on Tony Night, the kid-friendly Matilda or the drag queen-friendly Kinky Boots. The results are in and 51% of you called this hot race for Kinky Boots. We'll see if your crystal gazing was right at the ceremony on June 9th. Now it's time for this week's Smackdown, and it's about two of our favorite off-Broadway shows with recently released cast albums, Dogfight and Giant. Which new musical do you think deserves a second life on the New York stage? Michael John LaCusa's Texas-sized epic or Pasek and Paul's charming heartbreaker? Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag #BeAwaySmackdown and tune in next time to find out the winner.
The Tony Award is the most prestigious theatrical award in America, with many actors and creators working an entire lifetime to win one. But what do you do with it once you have it? We've asked a slew of Tony winners where they keep their big award. Get ready for some surprising answers.
It's just on a little shelf in my house, and every once in a while I go over and just spin the medallion, make sure it's still there, make sure it's real.
It's on the shelf between the book, the original The Color Purple book, and then another book by Alice Walker, so it's right there.
I keep it right on my piano in the middle of the living room. Yeah.
I keep my Tony Award where my cats can chew on it. I do have this little video of my cat like chewing on my Tony Award.
On my piano. Boring answer. What if I was like right here?
It's actually strapped to the dog. Yeah, that's pretty cool in the collar, because then when you go out and walk, people notice it. It's nice. It's and the dog is developing very strong neck muscles. balancing it. So it's been great for everyone.
It's on a shelf with my son's soccer and basketball and karate trophies. And my Tony is in there. And let me tell you, his basketball trophy looks a lot nicer than my Tony. It's hilarious. It's like this jumbo basketball trophy. So it's in the family trophies.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, you don't even know how hard I worked for this trophy. He's like,
everyone
you
gets
don't know
that
how hard I worked for mine, Mom.
Didn't you love HBO's Liberace biopic Behind the Candelabra last week? So did we. We especially got a kick out of seeing Broadway hunk Cheyenne Jackson's cameo as the boyfriend who gets pushed aside to make way for Matt Damon's fresh piece of meat. Jackson is all over the screens, big and small these days. He just wrapped 6 dance lessons in 6 weeks with Gina Rowland and has also signed on for the film Love is Strange and the direct TV show Full Circle. Thumbs up, Cheyenne. Keep growing that IMDB page.
Thumbs down to the awarded Broadway debut of Emma Stone as Sally Bowles in Cabaret. We'd heard the film Sweetheart was this close to signing on as the divinely decadent heroine opposite Alan Cumming, and had even seen him in Macbeth. Here's hoping she will follow boyfriend Andrew Garfield to the Great White Way very soon.
I'm Ron Raines, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
This week's breathtaking hotshot comes from our exclusive Gotta Dance series in which we highlight Broadway hoofers. Dazzling Cinderella dancer Stephanie Gibson went all in as she gracefully posed in a wicked wig and high-fashion duds for photographer Matthew Murphy. Who needs a fairy godmother when you have legs like these?
At Broadway.com, we love nothing more than watching stars let loose. And this week, some of the biggest names from Broadway, TV, and Hollywood paid tribute to Kinky Boots composer Cyndi Lauper and her girl power anthem, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Although all the ladies in this addicting viral video were beyond fabulous, we're counting down our top 5 favorite cameos in this week's High Five.
I think I speak for all of Munchkinland when I say that our star of the week is none other than Lindsay Mendez, who began performances in Wicked as the show's latest Elphaba. Mendez blew us away with her incredible performance and powerhouse pipes, which managed to elevate the show's beloved score to breathtaking new heights. And that was just on our first day. Congrats, Lindsay. We've officially fallen under your spell.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. But it don't mean a thing if you don't watch Glee star Matthew Morrison dancing in the streets in his swingin' new music video. See you next week.
It don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Pero, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. Zero, zero, ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Zero, zero, ba-ba-ba-da. Zero, ba-ba-da-da. Ba-do-ba-do-ba.